Some sailors never find home. They drift endlessly over open oceans. But up ahead there's a port marked Hope.
Port Hope.
The songs of that harbor town all smell vaguely of the sea. Some are tall tales. A few resemble shanties. The best shine like portals.
Port Hope.
Portholes aglow on the side of a great liner. A vessel that forever chases the sun. Few are unaware of the demands of the land. Tired captains spin tales in railway stations to make ends meet. Their rotting nets are heavy with songs. Crabs and craws they pile high upon the wharfs. The landlocked crowds ignore the signs.
What signs?
The signet and the cross. And the horrible dragon. All take their tea and lie down together in Port Hope.
Ladies and gentlemen, Port Hope.
And then went down to the ships that keeled breakers, forth on the godly sea, and we set up mast and sail on that swart ship, bore sheep aboard her, and our bodies also heavy with weeping. And winds from sternward bore us out onward with bellying canvas. Circe's this craft, the trim-kifed goddess. Then sat we amidships, wind jamming the tiller. Thus with stretched sail we went over sea till day's end. Sun to his slumber, shadows o'er all the ocean. Came we then to the bounds of deepest water, covered with close-webbed mist, unpierced ever.
Hello. 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 Good evening, everybody. Okay. So this is Islands, and trying to adapt to the 9:30 start time. I'm sorry I'm late. I don't like doing this at 9:30, to be perfectly honest. I think it's barbaric, but we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. You gotta do what people want. So, okay. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna have one of these Mai Tai beers. Very good beers. Okay. Okay. So, I decided to call the show Islands. And then last night I was thinking, what could a song that is called that be? And I kind of wrote this song from the perspective of somebody who's trying to find something, and there's all kinds of other things that come their way that are tempting, and they want to go for those other things, but they think those things aren't real. They're maybe mirages, or maybe they are real and they're not what the person's looking for. Anyway, it's also about someone falling asleep at the helm of a ship. Anyway, this song's called Islands. Good evening, everyone. Formal introduction. I love all of you. Sorry to come out and be a little bitch.
unless I somehow traveled round the Cape again. Forms through the fog, visions of hope, visions of town. These islands ain't making sense. I'm tired and cold and only think of making land. I hear the sounds of violin bands. Their melodies are calling me. I rest my head in my hand, and I see an orange penumbra from the drink in my hand. Golden light suffusing melting ice gathers the force of a command. Enjoy your life, take your time, close your eyes. But no, I can't give in or fall asleep. Tonight I'll freeze to death on the bridge. These are not real, just sailors' dreams, ephemeral as sunsets or entertainment magazines. These islands ain't making sense unless I somehow travel round the Horn again. Forms through the fog, forms in the dark, visions of hope and telescopes know not about. And I see an orange penumbra from the drink in my hand. Golden lights suffusing, melting ice and the force of a command.
All right, there's a first time for everything, folks. I wrote that song in a different tuning because I wasn't so happy with Robin's. My wife's getting up. Is everything okay there, sweetie? We're good? Okay. All right. Wasn't so happy with Robin's, so thought I'd treat it like a folk song and tune my guitar to something different and try to make up an arrangement. This, for those of you who haven't heard it, it's a song about my father, Larry. He had a stroke about 10 years ago, and this song's about his positive attitude, maybe also about my negative attitude. I don't know. All right.
There's a robin in the yard and it's looking at my dad, and my dad is looking back and he's feeling kinda sad. Seasons change, spring arrives, everything is more alive. But my father had a stroke and his right half is paralyzed. There is something to a man that is more than what he says, that is more than what he does. And that's probably for the best, 'cause my dad had a stroke and it took out half his brain. And his body left some tools it needs for speech out in the rain. Why do robins always sing with the coming of the spring? Why do robins always sing with the coming of the spring? In the absence of a master plan, overseen by no one worth a damn, in the face of such incompetence, perhaps they simply sing because they can. I have seldom seen my dad without a smile and a laugh, and he's seldom less than tender to the folks across his path. And the warmth in his eyes lets you know you're understood, lets you know you've been accepted and that everything is good. There is something about birds that I'd love to understand. They so rarely change their songs, irregardless of events. Hopping around garbage, sludging through an oil slick, waiting patiently for food until they leave to leave their nests. Why do robins always sing with the coming of the spring? Do they act as nature's diplomats, saying life goes on and that is that? Half admitting there are bugs to fix, driven slightly mad by nervous ticks, building castles out of broken sticks. This life is for the birds. This life is for the birds. This life is for the birds.
All right. All right. Song is called Gelsomina. Goes to my wife Gemma.
Cavalcades of clowns and queens, helicopters towing Christ, and towers made of scaffolding are framing Gelsomina. Gigantesco ships at sea, hypnotists and whores and cars, overdosing movie stars and smiling Gelsomina. Gelsomina, Gelsomina, Gelsomina. Ti amo, testimo. The kind of enigmatic smile you'd find on Mona Lisa inscribed in Roman cursive on the face of Gelsomina. Dwarves and mimes and nuns and priests, boys and slaves and harem scenes arrive like puffballs in the spring surrounding Gelsomina. Lives and fires and men of iron, gundry dying by the sea, a woman whistling a theme she learned from Gelsomina. Gelsomina, Gelsomina, ti amo, t'estimo. For all of the Etruscan queens with which Fellini filled his scenes, was there ever any doubt? Did we have to spell it out that he was always dreaming of his smiling Gelsomina? Well, the day I got my first tattoo was the day I first kissed a lady. I was wise and kept it nondescript, so my tattoo said only baby. The years went by and baby changed once or twice. My dear heart was broken, or I realized that I could not grow, and my tattoo became an omen. It's alright, I can stay home on a Friday night. What's the use? It can't be changed. I'll rely on my tattoo, die for my tattoo. Still can't let anyone see. I'll wear long sleeves. My second ink is burned in deep. It's the name of my only brother. We were in a storm, our ship went down, and my brother slipped underwater. Hey, it's alright. I'll only show it off once or twice. Stick around, these songs are good. This is a start of a journey. Try and bleed deeply. We hope you enjoy the show. Hashtag Port Hope. Port Hope Industries is not liable for any injuries that transpired throughout the show. We did our best to save what was salvageable. All resemblance dances whether living or dead are intended. And intended as they stand, they are meant as tattoos to be permanent. It's only love that gets under your skin. Doesn't age well, but nothing ever does. These are all disinfected and government inspected. Any old ID will do. Hashtag tattoo. Get a dragon or an octopus, there's a sale on. Buy a heart and get across, or get nothing and take an ice cream instead. Take an anchor if your future seems bright, or an octopus for providential oversight. It's the perfect tattoo.
All right, getting our bearings here. All right. Let me see. I am gonna switch over. You know, I really wanted tonight to play Sailin' by Christopher Cross. I love that song, and it was one of my brother's favorite songs. His birthday's tomorrow. So I had this guitar tune, but today didn't go so well for setting up, so now I'm just playing Nirvana. No, I gotta get the pedal off. That was for the Christopher Cross song. Okay, let me see. Okay. Hold on. All right, there we go. This song goes out to Derek Moran, who said he liked it. Derek Moran, who played the brother of David Bowie. So if anybody knows what makes a good song, it would be Derek Moran through David Bowie. Anyway, the song's called Not.
Of springtime return to the trees. When the glories of springtime return to the trees and emerge from the kernels of yesterday's seeds, when the whole earth belongs to the birds and the bees. Will you wait for me there at the fork of the stream? Will you wait for me there filled with joy and with trust, and a blush in your breast and the soft flow of love, with an anticipation of what is to be, and a gold ring that signifies matrimony? speak, or mostly just feel tired and out of reach. Will the knot that we tied provide us with relief, or suffocate 'cause we can't stand to hear each other breathe? When the warm breath of summer blows in from the sea, when the nights are extended in all our eddies, when even the plowman and bailiff agree, will we walk hand in hand through the festivities? When everything blossoms as if by decree, and the sun is conducive to fertility, when our daughter presents us a poorly picked weed, will our small slice of heaven be all that we need? Will autumn bring a newfound sense of peace, or will we just feel tired and out of reach? Will the knot that we tied way back in the spring will it still be there as the light retreats? When the cygnet makes way for the bright Pleiades, when our eyesight is failing along with our knees, when we draw up accounts and take inventories, where will we fondly remember the fork of the stream? In the spring, preserve us when the light retreats. Will the knot we tied back in the spring bind us even to eternity? Eternity. Will the daughter of our memories preserve us when the light retreats? Will the knot we tied back in the spring bind us even to eternity? eternity. Our memories preserve us when the light retreats. Will the knot we tied back in the spring bind us even to eternity? Eternity.
All right. I'm going to take a short break. Got my bearings there. Oh, yes. You got to put that on, though, sweetheart. So, okay, yes, my lovely wife, sometimes estranged, sometimes lovely, my wife, Gemma, has reminded me that I have a problem, and that's that I've got a couple of sci-fi books, and you know, I can't make head or tail of these things. Like, there's robots, there's creatures from other planets, sometimes they take place in the future, sometimes they're in the past, sometimes they time travel, and it's a real labyrinth. And you got people like Michael Moorcock, is that even a name? I don't, and you know, Greg Bear, is that a name? Anyway, there's a lot of confusion in sci-fi, and I have a friend, Tristan Curtis James he goes by for some reason nowadays, maybe it's like Michael Moorcock, but anyway, my friend Tristan Curtis, he has a podcast that he's putting up. Can you put are you putting the graphic there on the screen, hon? My supervisor's going to put the graphic up there, and yeah, what's it called again? Tales from the Bridge, and you can see there's a photo in there in the video I just assembled hastily 5 minutes before we started, and that's a picture of him in what he calls the Nook, and he is sitting there, you know, studiously notating these books by people like Michael Moorcock, people like Greg Bear, people like that. He's notating these things, and he's going to provide top-level analysis. And I know I sound sarcastic because I'm in a funny mood, but I really love Tristan. He's an awesome person, and I'm going to listen. I was flipped out when I heard he's going to do this. So everybody, listen to it. Listen to it. Listen to that echo. This is a voice that has gravitas, and all of that gravitas is being employed to tell you that you should listen to this. Maybe one more thing I'll do before I go for a little break, and it's only going to be maybe a me sitting here break, but you know, I got some letters after each and every episode so far, and I'm going to start reading them because they're starting to accumulate. So this is going to be called the mailbag, and by all means send something in if you've got something. So this is something I got after the show where I played a few songs about Tyler, and it's somebody else whose brother killed himself. It says, "Dear Mr. Hope, thanks. My own brother killed himself 5 years ago, and during the intervening time, I have mostly eaten donuts. I now weigh over 700 pounds and am cared for by my 65-year-old father." Very interesting. "I am bathed once weekly in a large tub on our back deck. I have been featured on the Learning Channel 3 times. Interesting. And my story was also featured in the UK edition of the prominent men's magazine Stuff. I aim to be in the 2022 edition of the Guinness Book of Records. I was second runner-up to the 2021 edition, which was tragically cancelled due to the recent COVID-19 pandemic. The judges could not enter houses to examine any of the extremomorph candidates. Extremomorph, he says, is our preferred nomenclature, and this fact so compromised the integrity, blah, blah, blah. He says, anyway, keep singing about your brother and leave the donuts to me. I think that you are losing weight regardless of what they say. You can also check me out on YouTube and Twitch. Please like and subscribe." All right, that's the letter for this week. Going to be one every week. I'm going to be back in approximately 3 minutes. I'm going to play you a little bit of Christopher Cross's Sailing. Yes, sweetheart. Yeah, you can put those up at any time, hon. Yeah, anytime you want to put them on, you can. All right. Let me see. So I really wanted to play this song. But So, Gemma and I wanted to make a promo today for these because we buy these from the Blue Dog, and we saw that the Blue Dog was advertising them themselves. So I've said it before, but I recommend drinking a lot during this pandemic. And this is good. This is the Mai Tai. And these ones are like iced teas. They're all collective arts, but don't go to the LCBO, you know? The government, not a prediction, but I don't think it's going to last much longer. I think that you should put your money where it's going to stay. Go to the Blue Dog. All right. Ontario government's kind of... All right, so let me see. All right, we'll try this. All right. Song's called SOS.
Lately I've been having dreams of a strange kind. Galleons asleep in the sand. I ain't afraid to die. No, it isn't that. No, it's something else. Got me feeling bad. Lately I've been making friends of a strange kind. Forms phosphorescent and dark. Jellyfish made of light with no need for land. It's a kind of life I can understand. I don't wanna go down with this ship. I was never attached to it. I admit that we sometimes got up to some fun, frequenting bars, seeking women and rum. I did enjoy sunset and waiting to come, but I never consented to come. I have terrible pain in my back.
It's true.
No, I never quite feel relaxed. Please extricate me, I won't need to pack. I'll sleep with the cargo, I'll eat with the rats. I just do not feel ready to climb up the mast as the ocean submerges the craft. Lately I've been spending nights transmitting SOS signals through fog. I wanna a second birth, a second chance. I can earn my keep in the Orient. I'm sending out this SOS, do not mistake it for a test. The rats that overrun the deck assure me that this is the end. I'm seeing throngs of ferns and wrens arrayed like waiting relatives at a port just up ahead that's welcoming to immigrants. I'm sending out this SOS, do not mistake it for a test. The rats that overrun the deck assure me that this is the end. I jettisoned everything that I believed, for Icon said to calm the seas. I traded my wisdom to some island king, for Icon said to calm the seas. Tonight I'll leave the deck unmanned and hope that luck might find the land. I only long to hear the sound of a bridge that's coming down. I'm seeing throngs of ferns and wrens arrayed like waiting relatives at a port just up ahead that's welcoming to immigrants. I'm sending out this SOS, do not mistake it for a test. The rats that overrun the deck assure me that this is the end. I'm seeing throngs of turns and red. Listen to Tristan's podcast.
All right. I don't know why I stood up, but could have jumped. All right. That song is called SOS. Obviously, I had some emotional response there. Okay, that's how I feel before every show. SOS. Okay, so now we're having fun. This is good. Now we're having fun. We're going to start the whole show over. Somebody suggested, Ian McLeod suggested, and Scott Edwards, I think, seconded, that maybe I'll start doing a pre-show before the actual show. And that pre-show will start at 9:30. No, that pre-show will have to start at 9. Fuck suspenders. Suspenders are a bad idea if you've already got back problems. Anyway, so that show will start at 9, and maybe it'll get my juices flowing, or maybe it'll make me more stressed out, but we'll see. I had lots of video I wanted to make for this time, that's why I was a bit stressed. You know, I'll play. So, I was doing some research on the internet again. I mentioned last time I was researching Terminator. And actually, I was looking into Peter Shaffer's Amadeus. Do you guys remember that movie? It was a play by Peter Shaffer. I think Milos Forman might have directed it. I'm not sure, but Milos. I think Milos directed it, but we'll just say that. And that movie Amadeus came out in the late 80s, I think. Anyway, I was looking into this, and you'll never believe it. They actually planned a sequel. After it won the Academy Award, they planned a sequel. And it was going to follow little Wolfie as a child. And you know what it was going to be called? Kindermusik. Can you believe this? It was going to be called Kindermusik. The Kindermusik people sued. They didn't go through with the project. It's sitting somewhere in a warehouse. Go figure. Anyway. This song's about this depression, self-destructive behavior. called Terminator. Let me see. Let me see. Is this gonna? What happens if I do this? All right. Gonna get some beats going.
with me. Look into my eyes so I can see that you can see that you don't get me. It happens every time. It happens every time. It happens every time. It happens every time.
Okay, Tommy, stop. All right. Oh. Panic office. Sector 917 may have been hit. Anyway, all right. So yeah, that one's also a song that gets my blood going right now. Sometimes it's better to put the set list together like right in the moment because maybe you're pissed off or maybe you're happy or whatever. Anyway, I anticipated happiness. It happens every time, you know. That line could be about every time someone tries to make a film that's somehow related to the title Kinder music. People are ruthless. Anyway, I'm going to keep looking into that because it's it's your rights too. You should all be worried about it. Anyway, let's see. Okay. The papers are a-flying. Alright, I'll play this one time. I'll play some California. It's like, oh, people like to hear it. Are there any California fans around? No. Alright, I'm gonna play California. This song's got a really country arrangement. I don't see if people like it, but it's got a lot of steel guitar sounds. I'm working on it right now. Should be done in maybe a week or two. I work for a tutoring company, and I'm quitting. I was going to quit anyway, go to UCLA also to do this music, but crazy stuff. It's been an eventful week. I'll talk to you about it in person so I don't get sued. All right. Song's called California. I feel like, am I peaking? Like, am I too loud? I feel like I knew I was peaking. I knew it. Well, how was it? Terrible? Okay, well, so okay, all right. No one likes to hear that. I could tell we were peaking.
A poster I saw on a train, Iowa attraction to Iowa State. It features a woman who's holding an orange with immaculate hand. She invites me to join, to come out and find my place there in the sun, to buy me an automobile and just gun it for. Sweet California, it's a good place to start a call, or to get addicted to some weird drug. Establish your niche on some postmodernist pyramid scheme. I'm not saying I was never attracted by your beautiful sunset dream. If I'm making a movie, you're a shoo-in for Babylon. think maybe you would agree. There is a house that I know from a friend, a house in the Hague where the fun never ends, and no one gets lonely and no one pretends. So we'll drop some acid and try to transcend, to leave behind everything, split the whole scene. This cheap faded image from some magazine they call Sweet California, where the girls are tan and lean and are matched and mated to men that aren't me. In this sprawling organic eugenic project by the sea, I'm not saying I was never enraptured by your effortless self-esteem, but a lie stays a lie, irregardless of how many times you might rinse or repeat. Nomadic prophets asleep on the tarn, TV executives stuck in their cars. Somehow each Uber driver believes he's a star. If you'd like, he can give you a card. Soundstage constructions that nobody lives, doors that lead nowhere, assembled by grips and the tricks of perspective that play in your brain. Are you still glad that you came? There is a man that I watch on a screen. I can tell that he's speaking directly for me. He tells me some jokes written down by a team. My friends say we're twins, we so fully agree. But I found his house in some Hollywood guide, and I've busted in, so we're broadcasting live here on California FM. Sweet California, where reality becomes TV, and a naive nation surveys marquees, desperately clutching every ticket it expects to redeem. I'm not saying I'm in no ways thankful for my temporary front row seat to watch naked exuberance rise and explode here like fireworks over a beach. Okay. What are you saying, sweetie? One or two more? I'm going to play at least 4 more songs. At least 3 more songs. Parkside Drive, Parkside Drive, what the fuck? Do you feast on human blood? Is it better when we self-destruct? Like garbage from some curbside overnight, or to leach into the soil half affected by a blight of a life that is corroded or is corroding all the time. Parkside Drive, I seem to have you on my mind. Playing darts in a garage with next door neighbor on the night I returned from California, just alone without my life. Playing darts with Tyler Nathan, he's my brother, he will die. And I'm meeting his friend Terry for the very first time. And it's a beautiful night, Lord, it feels just like the old times. I swear that it feels almost just like the old times. And my brother's hands are shaking now from several drugs he takes to stop his imagination from winning a race against what? Well, I do not understand it anymore. There is so much I don't understand anymore. Parkside Drive, Parkside Drive, what the hell? Are we slated for destruction as Toronto overtakes the green belt? Boarded up and bulldozed to make way for coming kings, to be ground into escarpment, carried off by running streams, into the watershed of a great grand river. There's a feeling that I get when I go to that park at night. There's a very deep recession and there's not a lot of light. It's the size of several soccer fields and often there's a fog. No, at night there's almost always a fog. I walk through that parkland often when I'm feeling around with friends. It is just below my window, and I'm not always understanding what drives me to go out. When I'm in that park, I never feel alone. I'm renouncing all possessions, and I only want to drive. Windows open through an empty park at night. One second. All right. I'm just gonna switch guitars for 1 second. Okay. This is the second last song I'll play. The song's called Cross. Signet. Signet or Cross, I don't know. If you're a secular person, you can call it Signet. I'm gonna do this. The signet frames a northern cross. It was the swan that Zeus assumed when he took leader by the reins and thrust until the gyres resumed. The signet frames the northern cross, and early stargazers assumed a supernova as the host, a drop of blood that spreads and blooms. The cross. I can't remember. I'm tired. All right. Well, let me just. What? You want me to do War? Another song that I don't know very well? All right. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can get the lyrics. Okay. This is a song I've been working on for a long time. I added a part. We'll see how it goes. Okay. There's my glasses. Okay. Thanks everybody for sticking around. Thank you. What are you saying, hon? 12 people. Well, that's all right. It's a quorum. All right. The song is called War. This guitar. Okay. Yeah, that's better. That's how I can sing it. War, this is war. War, this is war. This is. No, I don't want to play this. All right, I'm gonna play one more song and then I'll be finished. Let me see. All right, I'll go with Bert. Now I'll do this. Zeus kinda has a way of making you pay attention. No, it's not like a tap on your shoulder or a few theses nailed to a door or a gentleman's tug on the reins, but a thunderbolt so pure and shattering. Makes you sit up and look all around and ask why you're still pretending. Zeus kinda has a way to calibrate your affection. First your vessel is lost in a squall, some freak weather event on the storm-tossed sea. Then you look to your chattering crew who have been metamorphosized slowly into monkeys. And it's then that you first realize that some sacrifice is called for. There is an old song from before you were born, and it's based on a tale from before you were born. It's a tale of a man supernaturally strong, who spoke only the truth and meant only with harm. And he just walked around, spoke some time with the people, had some kind of word that could overcome evil. And if you were sick, he could heal from a distance. The power of love overcoming resistance. Spoke mostly of love from an all-loving Father. Saves all those without an aversion to water. Just like in those shows that I watch with my father, they take an old house and redo the interior, and some asshole buys it for $10 million. Some overfed drone with a hot wife or daughter. But that's not the point. The point is that he saved me, and judgment's a sin, one I still commit daily, along with the rage that could shatter an infant, and all the sad lust I expend on the internet. Still there's something about a man nailed to a cross, brings about sympathy, brings about pause, like we just need an image to focus the pain and the billions of things that compete for our brains. 'Cause there are certain people with benefits due to marketing things made to harm or ensnare you, projecting a vision of all you can be, then selling you all the things that person needs. They intend to own everything, feelings included. Nothing is sacred and nothing's excluded. I've studied their ways and their most recent Eskimos I know, they use stories. But here's my proposal. We find an old myth of rebirth or redemption, just some source of light for the dark age that's coming, that will get us through plagues and our collective shortcomings. Point toward hope, port hope, or a happier ending, revealing our neighbor an image of God. Teach us to love both as the whole of the law. And when we fuck up, as we certainly will, grant grace to repent and keep climbing the hill. Please do not laugh, understand what I'm saying. We can't escape myth, there is only reframing. We can't even assume that a person exists beyond something like an inert causal nexus, an object that responds to certain conditions, but nothing responsible for its decisions. But people are needed for human existence, perhaps also gods, even if they are dangerous. So send a Messiah who isn't a fascist. I believe that we need one right now. Nothing less than a thunderbolt, a miraculous thunderbolt whose power comes, whose power comes all from dying. Zeus kinda has a way of making you pay attention. It's my last song. Bird in a cage never flies with the grace that it has, and if it's never flown, it never understands. No, it never understands what is missing. Feels sad, gets drunk, oh no, fucked up. I don't wanna die, never having flown like that. Flown like a bird on the surge of an updraft. Flown like a dove or something like that. Skipping over stones, never finding home or rest. Searching the globe for another year. No, I can't find rest. must find happiness before the sun is set. Fly, 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 fly. Spread your wings and fly. It's Sunday morning, the sun's in the sky, and all I can do is to fly. Fly in the light. Light, 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 light. All things strive for light. The tree in the forest, the drunk in the fight, are hoping and groping for light. The need to believe that it all turns out right. The need to find meaning in life. Alright, I'm gonna go away for a few minutes. Maybe I'll play an encore, maybe I won't. I'll see. I'll talk to you. Don't run away on me. Talk to me. I'm gonna be over there in about, it'll take me about 30 seconds to walk over. I'm gonna put my guitar down, put my music on. So that wasn't too bad at the end of the day. I came out not in the greatest of moods, because the timing, I sort of, as much as I told myself it's gonna be, you know, this is a, where is this? Why doesn't it come out? I don't remember if I played this song already, but I think I did. Bit cheesy. Alright, we'll put on some Jack Nietzsche for a second.
come back. Okay, I come right back. Look at that. I didn't barely even went away, eh? Let's see. So. I'm not gonna play Stairway to Heaven. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right. Last song goes out to Ian McLeod. I love you, Ian.
The acrobat hangs from a wire, creates the illusion of flight. The idea that death is a thing that might be defied. If we try. An acrobat understands fear. It's something they strive to keep near. Reminder to live in the now and to stay in the here. A reminder to keep in the clear. Acrobats do lie awake, worried about their past mistakes, gaffes to which viewers are blind. Thinking that maybe next time this one looks older than most, shakes like a horse in a moat. Gravity grips at his throat, but he's bursting with hope. I've heard that his act is a treat, a number of topical theme, footnotes to the ancient Greeks for the old bourgeoisie.
All right. Good night. I love all of you. Muchas gracias. See you next Friday, maybe even Sunday. Keep your ears open. Maybe I'll do one on Sunday. I love you. Don't get the virus.